Okay, let me take a wild guess here, okay? At this very moment in time, you were feeling very anxious. Am I right? At this very moment in time, you were looking for proof or disproof as to whether you were gay or not. At this very time, you have a sense of urgency to solve this problem that you have going around in your head. Am I correct? Right. Well, before you click off the video, because some of you got the attention span of a fruit fly, just bear with me a second and allow me to talk, okay? I'm just going to take a few minutes of your time. Imagine for one moment that you come to a fork in the road. You can go left or you can go right. Let's say, for example, you turn left and you go down this road looking for proof or disproof as to whether you are gay. Okay? You're looking at this information and that information and this information, and that means I'm gay and that means I'm HOCD and all the rest of it. And after a long, long time, call it months, call it years, whatever, you're going down this road and I pop up from the side and I stop you in your tracks and I say, whoa, you've gone down the wrong fork in the road. Yeah, but I need to sort out whether I'm gay or whether I'm HOCD and blah, 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 blah. Whoa, stop. You've gone down the wrong fork in the road. You need to go back to the junction and you need to take the other fork. That's what you should do. This is what this video is about. I am meeting you down this pathway that you've taken and I'm telling you to stop. Now, some years ago I did a video called HOCD or Denial. Actually, it was called HOCD vs Denial, the differences. Okay? And to be honest with you, it wasn't a very good video. But I've left it up because I do believe it saves lives. Okay? Because when people are so desperate and they're at their wits' end, I believe that it can save lives. But it's not a good video to help you with your problem. Okay? And I did that video, and in a way, I'm trying to redo that video with this video, in a sense, all right? What you were doing is you were looking at information. You were trying to get information. You were hoarding and hoarding and hoarding information because in your head, you think that that can solve and wipe out an obsession. But it doesn't work that way. And if you'll allow me to explain, that would be great, okay? Now, imagine this module, if you like. You've got a thinking brain and you've got an emotional brain. Let's just use this module for the sake of the video, all right? You are trying to hoard information with your thinking brain, hoping that it's going to change your emotional brain. But if you look at neuroscience and you actually do the proper research, you'll find out that the thinking brain has a very, very limiting effect on the emotional brain. Okay? So you can gather all the information that you want, and it might make the emotional brain calm down for 2 minutes or 2 hours or 2 days, but the doubt will come back. And your emotional brain, you'll be all up in the air again, feeling anxious. And before I continue, because I'd like to do a little demonstration. Before I continue with the demonstration, I just want to say this, okay? A lot of people say to me, why do the thoughts feel so real? Why does it feel so real? So let me just say this. The thoughts feel real because it's obsessive compulsive disorder, okay? Why does depression feel so real? When people who suffer with paranoia, why does that feel so real? When somebody has harm OCD and they feel that they want to harm their baby in some way, why does that feel so real? When people don't want to go near germs because they feel like they're going to get contaminated or contaminate others, why does that feel so real? It feels real because it's OCD. The thing is with intrusive thoughts is, first of all, everyone has intrusive thoughts. But in the case of OCD people, they go against your values, okay? They go against what you are really about. That's why they feel real. It feels real because your body is full of anxiety. And when your body is full of anxiety, and this is my way of explaining it, I'm not a professional, but when you're anxious, you become more fused to your thoughts. Okay? You become, like when you see a welder, when he welds two things together, it's like as if you become welded to your thought. And everything just becomes more amplified and seems more real. Okay? Thought action fusion or cognitive fusion, that's what they call it. Okay? And the more you fight these thoughts, and the more importance you give them, and the more attention you give them, the more and more real they will seem. Because that's the way the brain is set up. Okay? So anyway, let's get back to the main thing. You're down this fork in the road. I'm telling you to stop. You need to go back to the intersection, to the other fork in the road, which is the road of true therapy, which is about embracing doubt, which is about living with the uncertainty and so forth. Okay? Because the fork in the road you are now, you were looking for proof or disproof, and it's the wrong way to go, and you will never wipe out the doubt with information. Okay? And the little experiment I was talking about, let's do it right here, right now, just to show you. Okay? So I'm going to do an impression. Okay? Okay, let's go. Okay? This is stupid Jesse giving you all the reassurance you need for 60 seconds. Okay? Or close to it. You are not gay. You are not gay. You are not gay. You are not gay. You are not gay because you have intrusive thoughts, and gay people are happy that way. You are not gay because you are doing this and that and you don't like it and blah blah blah, and gay people like it. They like having dick. They like doing this. You are not gay, you are not gay, you are not gay, you are not gay, you are not gay. Right, okay, I can go on forever, right? I'm drawing all these different distinctions and tell you things like gay people knew that they were gay from a young age, and HOCD people don't think that way, and etc, 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 right? Now, here's the point of the experiment. Has any of that information wiped out that doubt that you feel? It hasn't, is it? And it's never going to. And even if it has calmed you down for 2 seconds, it's going to come back. because information doesn't, ameliorate an obsession. Okay? So what do we do? You need to get treatment. You need to stop looking for areas of proof or disproof. You need to stop searching for information like a squirrel. And like a squirrel gathers nuts, you want to stop that. I'll give you a small example of what I'm talking about doubt and how doubt can nag at you, all right? Now, I've suffered with a condition called responsibility OCD and just right OCD and a bit of pure OCD. People's themes can overlap. And I can remember leaving the house, not knowing if I'd locked the door. Or was it the gas? It might have been, I thought I might have left the stove on. And it absolutely tortured me. Now, living with uncertainty is this, because people say to HOCD people, well, you need to live with uncertainty, But sometimes we don't always explain it right. And sometimes the person doesn't always understand. So I said to myself, I am not going back to check the stove. I don't care if my house burns down, or I don't care if anything bad happens. I am not checking that stove. And it felt like as if something was pulling my brain back to the house. I couldn't switch off, but I just kept walking and kept walking and kept walking and kept walking, not knowing if I'd left the stove on or not. And it nearly killed me. And I walked to where I needed to go, which was like 2.5 miles away. And I walked all the way up the hill back to find out that, everything was fine. But here's the thing. The more I walked and the more I carried on, and I turned my attention basically to something else. I wasn't blocking anything out. I was just listening to my audiobook. I turned my attention to something else. The doubt went down like this. I just stopped ruminating. I stopped dwelling on things. I stopped mentally reviewing whether I'd left the stove on or not, etc., etc. Right. So, you need to live with the doubt. You need to go and live your best life. Because living your best, just going out and living as you lived before OCD took hold of you is the best revenge you can get on OCD. If you're going to be sitting around dwelling all the time, looking for proof and disproof, gathering information like a squirrel, you just... It's like having your wheels of your car stuck in dirt and the wheel is spinning and there's dust going everywhere. You're going to get more mentally fogged up, mentally fogged up, until in the end you just can't think straight. And here's the thing. The more you analyze, the more proof and disproof you look for, the more and more confused you'll be. You'll get clarity when you stop looking for distinctions, when you stop looking for proof or disproof. And just like me, when I left the house and I just turned my attention to something else, I eventually calmed down. And when I got back to the house, there was nothing wrong. So that's what you need to do. And there's plenty of treatment online, guys. It's, how can I say this? It's not about getting certainty. And this is where a lot of people go wrong. It's not about getting certainty. I'll repeat that. It's not about getting certainty. It's about being comfortable with uncertainty. It's about being comfortable being uncomfortable. It's about showing your brain that you don't have to know the full answer. Treatment, and as brilliantly put by Brian OCD Mindful, and if you ever want to watch a good video on HOCD versus denial, or denial, watch Brian OCD Mindful video. What did he say? He said treatment is about, I'm paraphrasing, I'll have to put it on screen, but he said treatment is about not knowing and being okay with it. That's what it's all about. So what I've done, just before I go, I was looking at Chrissy Hodges' book, and I'd like to read a little paragraph of this for you. Right, just listen to this, okay? And see if this sounds familiar to you, okay? I sat down, burying my face in my hands. I tried thinking about the boys I had crushes on to neutralize the bad thoughts. With each attempt, I felt a moment of relief, but the intrusive thoughts quickly returned even more convincingly. How could I be straight yesterday and gay today? Hadn't I truly liked guys up until now? Had I been pretending? I really liked those guys, didn't I? I tried to imagine my feelings for them, recalling the sensations of liking them. Did that prove or disprove I liked them? See? See now? Chrissy went through exactly the same thing, looking for proof or disproof. The same as what you were doing. The same as what I've done. The same as what we all do with OCD. You're looking for proof or disproof, but information doesn't change the emotional brain. So you can say, you know, well, gay people always knew they were gay. HOCD people just having intrusive thoughts. Gay people don't go over their memories. HOCD people go over their memories, and blah, 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 blah. And you can go back and forth with different things. Doesn't make any difference. It doesn't change the emotional brain. And I don't know if I've been very coherent in what I'm saying, but I'm doing my best, okay? So she said here, did that prove or disprove I really liked them? What if I would never get to have crushes on guys again because of this? What if I didn't get to date guys again because I turned gay last night and I have to date women now? I felt I couldn't take this anymore. My body and mind felt out of control. I needed proof right now. This is what she says, okay? I needed proof right now. I'm very dramatic, aren't I? Oh my gosh, with my Welsh accent too. Although that was a little English. Okay, I needed proof right now. How do I get that? Why did I need proof today when yesterday there was no thought or concern whatsoever about my sexuality? And how could I turn gay if I'm truly not attracted to women? And she goes on and on and on. This is a great book by Chrissy Hodges, Pure OCD, The Invisible Side of Obsessive Compulsive Disorder. Check out Brian OCD Mindful's video, HOCD or Denial. That's great because Brian will give it to you straight. And he won't tell you what you want to hear. He'll tell you what you need to hear. And this is another thing that some people with OCD, well, most people, get wrong. They want to hear things, but you're better off just hearing the things that you need to hear. So, how do you get out of the woods? How do you get out of all this? Well, it goes back to what I was saying. You need to live with not knowing. You need to be comfortable not being sure. And it's when you stop going on that hamster wheel, when you stop searching for proof or disproof and collecting information, that's actually when you'll get a clearer perspective. So you need to go down the other fork in the road, and you need to tolerate uncertainty and obviously, you know, treatment. You need treatment. Anyway, guys, that's enough for me. I hope this video have been okay for you. And just as a footnote to the whole thing, I did that video some years ago, HOCD or denial, and I've left it up, as I said, because I believe, despite it being very reassuring, which I should never have done, some people, they feel so freaked out by the condition that some people are ready to take their own lives. And I believe that that video can calm people down enough for them to actually get proper treatment. I mean, if somebody was going to jump off, you know, the Eiffel Tower, and I screamed after them, "I'm not reassuring you." Well, what good is that going to do? They're going to jump. So hopefully that video will calm people down. How long I'll continue leaving it up there for, I don't know. But this video and other videos I've done incidentally, actually, like HOCD or gay. And, you know, I've tried to make up for that video by doing different you know, by doing kind of like remakes in a way. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll speak to you again. Bye.